It's really cool to just have people in their 20s in general on this platform to, you know, talk about real life shit that people who are 20 years old, you know, have to deal with.
Yes. Welcome back to another weekly edition of ISD and School Detention. You're here with your host, Devonn and Pierce. And today we have a very, very, very special guest. 1/3 Rich Vision. At least I only know three members, but I feel like there's more of you guys.
Oh yeah, it's definitely way more of us. We got my homie Plug, he at the point guard, got my homie Flex, shooting guard, my homie Darren, Jackson, very pivotal piece, important piece. My homie AJ, 773, one of the hardest rappers, graphic designer as well. We got my homie Camo, DJ, legendary DJ. We got my homie Lena Benz, legendary DJ. We got it's a strong team.
Okay. That's definitely a starting five at the bench. Okay.
Starting five. Yes. Yeah.
So part of Rich Vision, the building, one of the hottest producers in Chicago, man. If you guys love soul samples, this is someone to definitely check out. My guy, Haze. I would say in the building, but he's on Zoom.
Yeah, man, we in the building, man. We have.
How you feeling?
Man, blessed and highly favored, bro. Just finishing the project, getting everything right, bro. How y'all feeling, man?
Good. Cold?
Yeah. It's cold enough?
It's disrespectful.
What's the weather like? Why is it so cold enough?
So where we live, in this room, no, but where we live at, we live right off the lake.
Yeah.
Lake Michigan. So every time there's a huge snowstorm, it's 8-10 inches of snow. Our entire lives, we've caught all that.
Damn.
At worst. Yeah. And they don't close school either. I think they may have closed school once or twice in high school.
They closed school a couple times.
Not that.
It has to be pretty bad.
It has to be worse than worse.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we got 8 inches one time. It still didn't close school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy, bro.
I can definitely see. Is this the room where the magic happens in the Twitter videos?
All the videos.
All the videos.
This is the infamous room right here, bro. All the videos happen, man. That's where all the new videos happen. I had another room that was pretty smaller. This is why I've been staying at for the last 2-3 months. So yeah, we just locking in, finishing everything up, and this wake up, get to it.
So, you have an at-home studio?
Not a real studio, where you can come and record and everything, but as far as when I wake up, I just get to making beats. This is my main, my workplace right here. Where I get to just working on ideas.
You just wake up and roll over and start making beats on.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. Yeah.
That's super nice, man. I think that having it at home is super key, because when we talked to Flex, he was saying how he got his at-home studio.
Yeah, and that's important.
Yeah. So if you get at-home studio, since you make beats at home now, do you not even want to go to the studio anymore?
No, you definitely need that. You got to go out, get out your comfort zone as much as possible. Go network with other people, because you don't want to get too into your own place, your own space, because you can get into your head too much. So it's good to just go out and network with people and just work and collab with people as much as you can. But it's always good to have that balance between going to the studio and just having your own space where you can just sit with your own thoughts and your own ideas from time to time.
First time going to record a studio, what was it like for you? Were you anxious? Were you about all the stories that you heard? Niggas getting kicked out for coughing and shit?
It was crazy, bro. I think it was 2017 where I really was okay, I want to record something, but at the time I was kind of nervous. Mm-hmm. So it was an interlude where I was just talking for one of my beat tapes, and I was like, man, you know what? Let me try to lay down the verse. Let me try to rap, and that turned into me getting closer with Darren, and that's when we really locked in and made that first project. I had my first rap project was called Hope You Understand. I released it in 2017, and that really gave me more confidence to go on more studio sessions and just step out my comfort zone as much as possible.
Now,
especially as a rapper too.
Now, another thing I was gonna ask. You produce and rap. Would you say that in your opinion, that you're equal at those skills? Or would you say you're stronger than?
Are you a rapper producer or you producer rapper?
Thank you. There you go. That's good.
I'm just an artist at the end of the day. I don't look at one more than the other one. It's whenever I feel like I want to rap, that's when I'm just write and I'm inspired to rap. That's when I just go in that lane. But I'm always love production. I really just got a strong love for both of them. So it's as much as I can just add and grow in both lanes as I can, I'm there. Just to grow as a rapper and grow as a producer. I'm not, I don't take one more serious than the other. I just love the craft so much that I know every project that I release got to be quality. and I'm growing with time. So it's like the more that I grow, the more that I learn new things, and I'm just trying to display that as much as I can with each project.
It's good. Which did you start with, producing first or rapping first?
Man, I started with producing. I was producing in 2012 actually. Like been producing
almost a decade now.
Man, definitely, bro.
That's a long ass time.
That's it.
Damn.
See, sometimes it don't even feel like it, bro, because time be flying so much. And I just remember that was my junior year in high school. It was just something I was doing for fun. And I would say like after 2 or 3 years of just really just doing it like every once in a while, that's when I took it really serious, when I just saw the people around me like really pushing me to go harder. And I found that confidence in myself to really just take that time to really master my craft as much as I could. And the rapping came much later, like 2017. I never wanted to be like an artist or a rapper, but I feel like that came organically, which was the best part because I was trying to fill a void that I didn't see in rap no more. You know, as far as like things that I didn't hear, I'm like, okay, this lane isn't, maybe it's too much of the, you know, at the time it was like the Uzi, you know, like all that. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on, but it's like, you know, I just feel like I just want to like add as much as I can to that element that I really grew up in, which was like more the Rockefeller era, you know, the soulful era, the G-Unit era, the Dipset era, like more of that sound. And I feel like now we like kind of mastered it a lot more than we have before, because now we got different drums we playing with, we got different ideas. It's like now we have a real purpose, like we really channeling our purpose. You know,
definitely see that in the music.
I mean, I know that was a long answer. I'm like, no, I know you forgot the question.
No,
like,
you're good, bro. You're good, bro. We got all the time in the world. So
let's go. This could be 5-6 hours. Now we have.
Okay, actually, I just lied. 3:30. But no, it's no problem at all. Please feel free to elaborate as much as you want to, man.
For sure.
So now you brought up, early Rockefeller days. So we talking Kanye, Hove,
Just Blaze.
Just Blaze, thank you. Just Blaze. Yeah. So musically, you would say you get your identity from that early 2000s era.
Yeah, most definitely. The early 2000s era, I would also say I was heavily inspired by Nas. It was written one of my favorite projects, Illmatic. Let me see. A lot of Lupe. Lupe's first 2 albums, amazing. Cool, Food and Liquor, amazing. Dr. Dre, 50, everything. Like just, we always kids just grabbing as much CDs as we could at Shorty, just really growing up and just really taking it in, watching Rap City, like all the rap shows, like just being inspired,
See, when I was young, go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. Like Wayne too, Lil Wayne too.
Yeah. See, when I was younger, I took all that for granted. I didn't dive into as much music as I should have. Like all my peers are like music nerds, and I'm a music nerd, but like y'all have like history.
Well, I mean, it's hard as a kid. It's hard to.
It was hard to actually get access to that.
Like, if you don't have a record player, you can't go on the computer because your parents are like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about the stream era though. It's never too late to dig in and tap in.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm about to get cussed out for this, but you probably don't remember this. So we were me, you, Flex, and a few other people on Clubhouse. And do you remember that conversation we had with Isaiah G? And we were talking about like views being like where do y'all rank views in Drake's albums and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
And somebody was in there tweaking. I'm not gonna say who, but I remember you guys brought up Mini Men, and you said that was like one of 50's greatest songs.
Yeah.
And I try not to just be like, oh yeah, just jump in and say some shit. After that, the next day, I went and listened to Get Rich or Die Trying for the first time.
But hey,
promise to God.
You listen.
What you think? What you think of it?
Classic. 1 through 7? 1 through 7 was fucking crazy. We were busy at work the other day, and I was like, I need something to pump me up. Bro, come on, Get Rich or Die Trying. And 1 through 7, that's like some pump up hard shit. Like,
yeah, that's the jump.
Gangster, everything. Like, bro,
yeah.
Fucking
but listen, when that album first came out, man, I remember my cousin, he got it early. And he was like, yo, cuz, it's the new 50 Cent. And I'm like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm like, who's that? I'm like 8 years old at the time, bro. I'm grabbing the CD. I'm like, yo, but a week later, this is the biggest thing in America, bro. Like, I'm like, how did like that's crazy. Like, that album was crazy, bro. Like, he could drop a blank disc at the time, bro. Like, and sell 1 million. Easy.
Definitely. And
Easy.
you know what? I also I don't know if you guys you on Netflix?
Yeah. Netflix, yeah.
This is a documentary called Hip Hop Evolution. I would highly suggest everyone to go watch it. And you been watching it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you already know they talked about with 50. Have you seen it?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
So they get to the point where they talk about like mixtape era and like New York, and they start talking about drama and Cannon and how they got ready for the mixtapes. I didn't realize how hot 50 and Wayne were at that time, just off the strength of free music. That shit is crazy.
It's different, bro. Like imagine if they had the streaming era, like in that time, it would have been unfair. Easily, it would have been unfair. 50 round probably would have been way longer too because he would have been able to manipulate the numbers way easier because people went straight to their phones, you know.
He's
it feel like he kind of got it. I'm sorry, bro. What happened?
No, you go ahead.
I'm saying it kind of feel like he got blackballed in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew his power a little too much. So he was going at all the execs. But it's like with the streaming era, it's like you can't stop people from going to their phones and click your album.
Yeah,
you know, so numbers is gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
You don't need anybody with the streaming era.
You don't need no label, right? You
click of a button at this point.
The fans already brought into you, so it's like they already paying for Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. So it's like they already don't click your name. They waiting on you. They ain't not worried about Interscope or none of the other labels.
No, I definitely feel like had streaming been out before and it'd be easy to get music. You got rappers like 50, Wayne, who probably be billionaires right now.
That's the point, bro. Yeah, that's what we was like saying. Like people, even like Wayne, bro, it would have been unfair. Like it would have really been unfair. Like that Carter 3 era, even before that, like calculating that into streams, bro, it would have been unfair.
Yeah,
it would have been unfair. Yeah.
How do you? Since we're all talking about mixtapes, a lot of people don't put out mixtapes anymore, and there's a really blurred line between mixtapes and albums nowadays, and like EPs, mixtapes, albums. How do you? Yeah,
literally everything.
Right. How do you feel about like the mixtape era versus now where everything's like a full-length project?
Well, you had with the streaming era, you do have you can't just drop freestyles because all the copyrights and all that. You know, like you have the tapes like Cushion Orange Juice that had to get a lot of samples cleared, Friday Night Lights, a lot of big crit tapes that probably had a lot of samples in it that you probably have to go through hell just to get them cleared. So it's like now it's not no projects are really mixtapes no more. You know what I'm saying? Everything is an album or EP. It's like when people say they're dropping a mixtape, it's like, nah, you dropping the album, bro. Like, so that era was amazing though, looking back, because that's when everybody was creating like really freely and just touring off of they projects. So like that era, it created new legends in itself too. You know, you got Drake from that era, you got Kendrick from that era, Crit, Wale, Cole, like all the new legends. They use that era to really build their brand and their base to grow, you know, from them shows, like all them tours at the time. So us being a new, we just trying to find this is our era right here, like the streaming era. We got to find a way to maneuver through this. You know.
But like, what's stopping an artist from say dropping a freestyle over a random beat and put it on YouTube? You may not get
copyright.
They take those down too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they take a lot of those down. I mean, you could finesse it, but I mean, like it's weird. Like it kind of seemed like, why would you do it if you're not getting no real money from it? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like I could put these bars on one of my intros. You know, like why would I waste that on the beat? Like, you know, I'm sure people probably have did it and probably thought of switching the beat to making an original song from it. Whereas to back then, you would have freestyles from artists on the radio all the time. It ain't gonna be like that no more because you got to count the streams. So it's like you would probably never hear another artist dropping a freestyle unless it's like Drake somebody on the radio. Like them days probably over with.
Dang, that sucks.
I mean, when's the last time we really heard a rapper freestyle?
A rapper
like drop a
freestyle. And you remember back in the days, you would hear Wayne remixes on the radio, like getting like it was the regular song. 50 remixes, like it was the regular song. Like Kanye would do Throw Some D's remix, like, and it'll get played like the regular song. Like,
I know Smino. You said a rapper that put out freestyles. Westside Boogie. Whenever he's on Sway in the morning.
Oh, he's hard.
Oh my
God.
He's hard.
Yeah. And then Smino put out a mixtape last year too.
Yeah.
Mixtape.
Year of the GOAT, right? Yeah, what's it called? Year of the.
Yeah, she already decided. That's what it was called.
She already decided.
Yeah, I think that was mixtape. Sad. She already decided.
Okay, yeah. That song, I think it was called Year of the. He had a song on that called Year of the something. That was crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, Smino, he definitely did a sing on that, and that's what caught me off guard with it, and it kind of makes me miss that because I really just feel like when we came up, it like I said, it allowed like maximum creativity. There was no
Yeah.
laws binding you. There was no when this is gonna get put out or no date. You could just do whatever the fuck you wanted to.
Whenever you feel like dropping the freestyle on random Tuesday, we hit here you go. Like, here you go. Just random. Like YouTube,
Yeah.
whatever. That Piff, SoundCloud, whatever. It's like now there's so many more rules to it. So you really gotta just not play by the rules, but you want to be smart about it about the end of the day because you want to make some money off of it, you know. Not saying we doing it for money, but it's like you gotta be smart about not wasting your bars. You don't want to waste all your bars.
Yeah, no. I hear you on that. Now since we here and we're obviously, still kind of in quarantine, not as bad as it was last year. Quarantine kind of, from my eyes at least, kind of seemed to put you on a whole nother level when it came to the beat videos and everything. What was your mindset going into quarantine?
Man, I was literally at home. I remember it was like the beginning of March, and I was just trying to figure out what was going to be the next chapter of my journey. You know, like really watching a lot of interviews and just really learning that I had to like document what I'm doing more. You know, I just tried to. I was really asking myself, what way can I like show the people what I'm working on? Because I will always get up and make beats every day, but it's like it's just a difference when you showcase it to the world. When you wake up and just post videos that you working, people are really just you can grow with people. I really learned that I've grew with people a lot in the last year just off of the strength of showing good music, and I really appreciate that. Like just showing people that you got to stay consistent to get where you want to go, and just as much as you can, like just trying to find new ideas. And
now, no, you good? Did you expect that run out of yourself though? Like, did you see yourself?
Yeah. Yep.
Really? See,
I seen it. I don't want to be cocky, but like I saw it. I knew it was a lane for us. I knew it was a lane for Flex when he dropped Separation. People was not doing that. No one has made an album like that in a long time. Like no one is talking like how he's talking in a long time. Like what he's saying, his message is always needed. I'm always tell him that. Like he needs to know that what he's saying is his little kids is looking up to him, and this little kids that's riding like not the school bus now because people can't go to school like they used to. But like I remember going to school on the bus listening to Friday Night Lights, and how much I needed that project to really like just help me figure life out in a sense. You know, like. And this kids that's looking up to Flex in that sense, like, man, I just need some music to motivate me because all the stuff around it could be a million fires around me, but as long as his music sound good, as long as his project is crazy, my day will be all good, you know, like, and just the stuff you're saying is so powerful. And I really feel like artists like Flex, they got to know they power and just continue to move on it because it's so important, you know. So with that, yeah, like, with just Flex on the rap side and me producing, I just feel like that was just us showing the world that it's possible, you know, just as much as we could through the music.
Would you say 2020 was y'all best year?
Man, we haven't went. This year's getting started, so I feel like this year is, you know, this year gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty great. It's gonna be pretty great this year. We got a lot of great projects on the way. Me and Plug got a project on the way. Flex got another project on the way. From here on out, February 12th. We got a lot. It's a lot more. Like I feel like we really been the latter part of 2020. We've been working for moments like this right here. You know, like just because we know in the sense 2020 is gonna be mostly quarantine. You know, and even though people may not be able to go to events right now, it's like it's a little breath of fresh air. That is things maybe getting better soon. You know, so let's start the year with some music. You know. But this year is gonna be crazy. As far as content, we're gonna up the content a lot.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Gave us you gave us a preview, but thank you.
Oh yeah. Basically, like more of that, like more of just really embracing the live performances. I feel like last year we seen a lot of artists step their live performance game up too. Like watching, I remember I seen Chance do the holiday special, the Christmas special. That was crazy. I'm like, bro, the fact that he put all that together for one event, nah, man. The fact that he put all that together for one event, it was crazy, bro. Jasmine Sullivan, she just dropped a crazy album, like, and she got the Tiny Dust performance, killed it. Like people really building with their teams and they getting content together and just taking their time out to really build, bro. It's amazing.
I saw a lot of the Chicago music community. A lot of you got artists all talking about the Jasmine Sullivan album.
Yeah.
And they were just praising. I'm like, I got to get to it eventually. I'm gonna get to it. And I got to it. I was like, what the fuck was I doing?
And that's just her EP. She said that's not even the album. That's crazy.
I have yet to listen to it.
Bro,
Still slacking.
Check that out with a beautiful lady, man. Check that out, man. Take the time on light a candle or something, man. Get some, you know,
I'm gonna have to, man.
get the room scented.
It's gonna catch you off guard. Some of the stuff you talk about. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a fact. That whole fact. It's been a while since I listened to the album. I was looking at the radio like, wait, she's saying this? Like, yeah, it was one of them.
Like she also has like skits in it too. I'm gonna call them skits, but there's like people talking. And it'd be like song, someone speaking, song, like someone speaking. I don't feel like they don't put out. I don't like that.
But definitely this year, I think we're gonna see a lot of great content from our favorite artists because they know what time it is. A lot of people took the time to build and just really sit back and realize what's going on. I'm waiting on Cole, man. I want to have another Cole project.
Yeah, who isn't waiting on Cole, man?
I'm telling you right now.
I want to have another Cole.
If I definitely would have bought the shoe. I'm not really like a shoe dude, but I definitely would. If I had the means, I would put up.
Them shoes are nice, for sure.
And it's crazy how they talk about like, we always talk about artists and their merch all the time, and how I haven't seen the price for Cole shoes, but how artists and their merch can be sometimes no offense. Sometimes artists and merch can be sometimes high as fuck.
Kanye was selling Jesus hoodies for $250.
Crazy.
That's the shit I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? As I sit here with this artist hoodie on, because when this album came out, I think I paid like $60 for this. I got it in a bundle. So I'm a victim of it, but it's like they overcharge for this, but they know that because someone fucks with them, they're gonna buy it, no matter what the cost.
Yeah, man, it's sick, man.
I say all that to say, I definitely would have got them Dreamer shoes if I had the means. I'd have got them when it came out last year.
Them Dreamer shoes are nice. You know, and it match your hoodie because he got the shoes are yellow.
Yes. So that's dope. And it's the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 hoodie.
That's a fire hoodie right there, bro. That hoodie is fire. For sure.
You going to price on the shoes?
I'm gonna try it if I can get on that.
Get the yellow ones. The yellow ones are hard. Look up.
The yellow one's crazy. They crazy.
Yes. Did you see the photo shoot on top of the roof?
Crazy. That got me excited for some music, man. I want to have music now, man. What we doing? What a music?
I think I saw some Eve put up a thing, and he was Cole shooting a music video for the off season.
Oh yeah. I think I seen on IB page. Yeah.
He's shooting a music video for the off season, but that's got to lead to another question, right? Artists, a lot of times you guys sort of project a date, and I think I understand it, but for everyone else to understand it, right? You'll say, "Oh, I have this date, and I have this date, and I'm going for this." But then as things goes on, things in your life change, and then dates get pushed.
I had to do that. I had to do that for the project. I had it set for December 11th, but so much stuff was going on. I was like, man, I just want to take my time out to perfect it and make sure it's right. And that's when we recorded them 3 songs that I sent you. So it's like just really taking time to perfect everything, just make sure everything is right. And it's just like knowing that we don't have to rush everything because the world is in, it's a crazy place right now. So whenever we do decide to come out, it's going to be an event. It's going to be a moment. We don't want to rush nothing in this time. We want to make every project worth it, worth the end. Work. We've been working on this for like 11 months, just making sure it's right, it's perfected, So when it comes out, I hope people hear the growth. That's the main thing.
So that's good to hear. I love hearing that with artists over artists trying to push out 2-3 albums in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Spending a couple months. It's like I want something that's going to be great, not just good. You know what I'm saying? I want quality over content. So it's
bro.
Nice that you guys.
I think we really hear it when people rush out projects every 2-3 months. It's like just ideas, like songs that could have been maybe a little better with the hooks. Maybe songs could have been better with the beat, or just you could have just spent more time on it. You could really hear it. It's evident. And I feel like now you don't really have to do that. You don't have to rush out 3 albums a year. Like you don't have to 3-4 albums. You don't got to do that.
You don't got to. I feel like it's more so pressure, if anything, from the fans, or at least perceived pressure from the fans, because now since everything's so instant, especially with the streaming era and like just constant, there's so much music around, like people don't want to be left behind. So they're like, I got to keep putting shit out so I can stay in the spotlight in a sense. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you're putting out trash music, it's like, that's gonna hurt you worse.
That's a fact, bro. One thing I want to start. I want these deluxe albums to start.
Really? Why do y'all not want deluxe albums anymore?
Bro, I'm not listening to a song with 30 songs on it, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
The thing I don't like about deluxe albums is Just make it a separate album, make it an EP. Like if it's gonna be a deluxe album, I think back in the day with CDs that worked. Because it made it work out of these CDs because it's like, okay, let me hear these extra 6 songs.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do it the way Young Thug did it with So Much Fun. When he put out the deluxe, he put the new songs at the top.
Yeah, do that. Don't put it at the bottom. Yeah, don't do that.
What the fuck? So I gotta go. And that, for example, that album was 15, 16 songs already. So for me to have to go all the way down through everything and then jump to those, and I'm a music listener, so I want to go through the whole project, but you're making it hard for me. So I get it. I never really had an opinion to care for it or not, but I think that whether you had CDs or not, making 30 songs album should be dead.
That should be dead, bro. That's over with, bro. Man, but back then they made a little more sense because maybe you'll make more off of the physicals. But now it's like, bro, drop a whole nother project. You know, like just use that for another time, bro. Because you could say that and maybe it'll sound totally different because I feel like artwork is so important. And if you got the same artwork from the last project and you want us to hear that with the songs you had before, it's like it wouldn't make sense. You know, like this artwork, it fits this project because you took the time out to put this together. It's like it's houses. You know, you building the house. You don't want to keep filling the house up with couches, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is enough couches, bro. 4 couches is enough. You don't want to keep putting couches in there.
Do a granite countertop.
Yeah, man. You don't keep putting rugs in there, bro. You good. It's good. It's good. It's nuts house. You know?
So then what's the purpose do you think of deluxes? Is it like a money grab thing or?
It's definitely a money grab thing, bro. It's definitely like because 9 times out of 10, people had that video ready for the songs on the deluxe or one of them songs, and they just do it like a whole nother album. But it don't make sense. I didn't see more forgotten about deluxes than people saying, "Yo, this deluxe is crazy." Like, I don't want to say no names, man. It's ugly out here, man. It's like this. They gotta stop.
No, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
But I said respectfully. Keep going.
No, I hear you. Like Separation, for example.
Yeah.
That album it's more than just a list of music. It's a moment. It's a feeling. It's an experience. Exactly. Y'all did a great job with that. Now, had y'all put, say this hypothetical example, I don't know if this ever thought, but say y'all use Glory as like deluxe and threw those on the back end of Separation. That would have took away from Separation.
Exactly. And it would have took away from Glory because when Glory dropped, it was his own moment. People was posting the artwork like, oh, Glory is his own moment. You can listen to Separation and enjoy that, but it's like Glory is his own thing. That's for the summer. And then you got the other project, the Flex Files. It's like, what do you put Flex Files and Glory next to Separation? That don't make sense. But a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really take that time out and just like sit with it and give it a few months, and that'll make the fans appreciate it way more. You know, like that's one of the reasons why Flex had such a successful year because he paced himself with the projects. You know?
Yeah. And to have 3 out and like they're really consistent. We were just talking about artists who may put out multiple projects a year and sometimes it isn't good. But the ones I can think of who put out like good ones and it's a lot will be Every Nigga on Griselda.
Yeah. Man, they consistent. But every time they drop, they got new merch and the artwork is crazy. And it's like when they drop, it's a moment. Fans love it.
They do it well.
They do it well, bro, for real.
Definitely. Now back to you and Flex. When I first heard Be Still, I said this to him, and I want to know your thoughts on it. It Be Still sounds like it could be a part of Separation and still flow.
Yeah.
At least to me it does.
It does. Definitely. I think we did it a little after that because maybe we were still in that space.
I think it's what he told me, yeah.
Yeah, we did. That was probably one of the first ones we did after Separation was done because we were working on Separation for like 2 years, bro. Even when he was dropping other EPs and projects, we all knew we was gonna go back to that because Flex always told me like, yo, bro, I always want to go back to make like more of a soulful project just to show people the growth. And I feel like if you listen to Hard to Be Humble, Raised Up, you know Raised Up from Hard to Be Humble, right?
I do not.
Listen to Raised Up from Hard to Be Humble. That's like if a baby was to grow up, that'd be like the Separation. Like check that out, bro, when you can, because Raised Up is amazing. And it's just amazing to hear Flex growth in the last 4 or 5 years because he channeled that. You know, like every song on Separation is growth. It's growth, bro. It's crazy. That's like from Reasonable Doubt to The Blueprint.
Yeah. I see. Oh, so this is the first vent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Check that out, bro. Check it out.
Okay. No, I got you. I got on my title. I'm definitely gonna check this
yeah.
out. Oh, this 200 degrees is on this. Jordan, play me 200 degrees.
200 degrees, crazy, bro. Crazy. 2016, man. I remember he threw a listening session for that project. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
What year did you and Flex really connect?
We connected, I believe it was at the beginning of maybe the beginning of 2015. We did a song called Bussin'. We was introduced by two of my homies. One of my homies went to WIU because Flex went to WIU. And Weston. My homie was like, yo, I got a person that want to make beats. And he told Flex that, and Flex was like, send him through. He's like, I'm always need beats. And then my other homie, Devo, he was like, yo, I got a homie that rap. His name Flex. I'm like, let me check him out. I think it was the 100 Degrees video. And I'm like, yo, he hard. We got to lock in. We got to lock in. I think like 3 months later, I sent them a pack. But I think looking back at the time, the pack was trash because I wish I would have just found like more like, we really grew and learned each other's sound. I really like learned Flex sound, like learned like what kind of beats he would like and prefer more. And as soon as I caught that, that's when we made a song called Bankroll Flow. That joint was crazy. That joint went up. I remember him performing that. The whole crowd knew it word from word, bro. Like crowd, I'm talking like the crowd had at least 200, 300 people in there. I'm looking like, yo, this is crazy. And this is 2016. Like this is crazy, bro. Like 2016. And then after that, I think Flex was like, yo, we gotta do a full project, bro. This would be dope if we just lock in and just create a full project. And that's when we made Hard to Be Humble. Like we really locked in on a few months on that. And then just to see the success of that, it's amazing because we both was just growing like at the time, like just really growing in it together, like learning from each other, like just really pushing each other to go harder. And Flex dropped many EPs and projects during that time, but from Hard to Be Humble in 2016, Separation was like, it was a 4-year stretch when he ain't dropped a project, Yeah. It's crazy, but like you can really hit a growth. Like listen to Hard to Be Humble. Like it's like from what I was saying this a few months ago. I'm like, this is Hard to Be Humble. It's like freshman year, and Separation is like senior year. Like just from both of us, because my beats was it wasn't as good as they are now. Like I listen to some of them beats and get mad. I turn it off. I'm like, bro, like what was I doing? Like it's just certain drums that I hear and I get a headache from hearing it because it's like I would have did it so differently. But we growing, so it's like you just hit things differently now.
So when you guys didn't drop for that amount of years, were you guys afraid of losing fans at all?
No, it wasn't not dropping like a project, like an album. Flex dropped a lot of material in that time, but it's like everything was EPs and like shorter projects, but it's like we knew Separation was gonna be that one. Like Flex dropped a lot of projects. I would say Heat Check. He dropped drums. He dropped a lot of EPs like Sinatra Series 1, Sinatra Series 2. A lot of great moments. But like when Separation dropped, we really knew this was gonna be the album. This was gonna be a moment, like a staple. We put time in, like a lot of time in. I remember we started working on that at the end of 2018. Definitely.
Where was your mind at when you guys started that?
Man, we building something. We building. We this is gonna be special. Because I know when he get to talking, man, when he get in that bag, ain't nobody messing with him, man. It's nobody, man. It's one to one, bro. Literally. Like, can't nobody do what he do. Can't nobody do what I do, man. We different. It's crazy. It's top tip. So
I can't think of any other producer rappers besides you right now who's doing it the way that you do. Who did you see on your way up or still see now that inspired you to do that?
I would have to say Kanye, bro. I grew up listening to the like College Dropout, man. His interviews, it gave me the confidence to really like believe in myself. Like even when Ye wasn't supposed to be a rapper, bro. Like he wasn't supposed to be a rapper, bro. Like everyone around him was just like, oh, you rap, turn that beat on, turn that beat back on. Like that's how it went with Ye, bro. Like he was just Jay used to be like, nah, that's dope. That's dope, man. What's that last beat you played though? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it went with Ye, bro. He had that confidence in himself to be like, nah, I'm gonna be the best rapper ever now. and that pushed him into selling millions of records and doing all type of tours worldwide and creating trends like that people still using to this day, creating the craziest artwork, really collabing with artists, being able to put 20 artists on one hook, all of the lights, bro. Like he took it there, bro. Like, and him taking it there, that gave me the confidence to take it there. I would say J.Cole as well too. J.Cole just off of the strength that he grew in front of our eyes in this era, when a lot of people was doubting him, saying he wouldn't even drop an album. I remember people was online, Twitter, talking about, man, he ain't gonna drop an album. And then he proved everybody wrong and did what he did with his first album, first week. You feel me? Like, Cole knew, bro. Cole already knew. So J.Cole and yeah, definitely.
That confidence is so scary, though.
That's scary.
It's scary as fuck to have that confidence. And for me to be like, because I think, like, put myself in those shoes, like, could I really have that kind of confidence? Like, that's scary. I would scare myself with that. And then,
but it's like you gotta know, bro. People are always late. People are the latest to everything. It's like people are followers. You gotta be that one to be like, no, I'm gonna be the one to set the trend. I'm gonna be the one to people didn't want to get, like, when Young Thug was rapping, bro. People used to laugh when Young Thug rapping. Like people used to be like, man, who is this? Like, but like now, bro, he's known for one of the biggest trendsetters in the game now, bro. Like easily. Like as far as just off of it took him and his mindset to be like, they ain't messing with me, cool. Like you gotta respect it. You gotta have that mindset, bro. Like you gotta know that you can change the world, you can change the game with your sound if you just continue to stay consistent over time. Nipsey, even Nip, like he made his own way with his own brand. He really grew in front of our eyes, like with his content. He was first on getting the most out of his worth for like charging 100 for his projects. People thought he was crazy at the time doing that, but now it seems like easily one of the smartest ideas ever, because you building your base, and it's like a subscription service. He was first on that, bro. Like he was one of the first ones on that, bro. Like really pushing that narrative. Like, nah, like you can get a ticket to one of my shows and the CD and merch. That's smart. Like, so we got it. Of course, we're gonna look crazy at the beginning, but over time, if you got that quality, the people gonna get it. The people gonna get it, and they're gonna fall in line.
What's something that you did? You look at yourself and you were like, I'm like fucking crazy for this, but you're glad you did it. Like in the moment, you were like, I don't know if I should really do this, but looking now, you're glad. Rapping?
Yeah.
Really?
Rapping, because it's kind of surreal when I hear myself at times still, because it's like, man, dang, you really doing this? Like, I never saw myself as a rapper either. Like, but over time, I knew if I was to keep going, like, I knew something could like be legendary about this. And when I play songs for people, it's just amazing the reactions I get, because I know we changed it, man. We gonna change the game with this. It's special. I know it means something. So that's the thing. Like, man, just having the courage to produce and rap, that's something. Like that's crazy, bro.
I believe the one you sent us earlier, February 12th.
Yeah.
You're talking about, over the one line. The reason why I was reacting so strong to one, good job. The song itself sound good, but February 12th.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, February 12th connected with me because I'm someone who, even to now, kind of still gets paralyzed by my. You made a line in there about overthinking, and which kind of leads to depression. And I've been there like a few times. And whether it's not diagnosed as depression, you just feel like you can't do shit. You feel like there's just like a wall in front of you, everything. How have you gone from that to being so positive? Because I'll be honest with you, during quarantine, whatever, I feel like shit. And even till now, you put out a lot of positive tweets. So I had notifications on for your tweets because I feel like you just always putting out some positive, and it's something I can always take from your tweets, whether it's a beat video or whether it's something that you're saying. Like, how'd you go from feeling like that to being so positive?
Man, bro, first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much, man. Over the last year, I found ways to just read more. I've been reading this book called It's All in Your Head by Russ. It's an amazing book. It's all about just getting out of your own head and just overthinking and just making the most out of your position. You're making your worth, man. Like really realizing your worth and just staying out of your head. And that's another book I read by J.cole. I forgot the name of it, but it's amazing. It's about overthinking, but it's like literally training your mind to stop overthinking, because it's all feelings at the end of the day. Like it's if it's not helping you push towards nothing positive, then it's pointless, bro. Like it ain't gonna do nothing but give you extra stress, anxiety. It's gonna have you depressed all day. It's like we'll get some fresh air and get your mind right. Write some goals down. You know what I'm saying? Like write some plans down, write some plans with the plans on top of the plans, and just know that it's possible, bro. Like it's people, and you got to realize too that it's always people going through worse situations than us. You know, like we blessed to be here even talking right now, bro. Like it's people that's sick, it's people that lost family members, it's people that lost cousins, that it's people going through real life situations, bro. And I feel like while we still here, we gotta just make the most out of it. Cause life is short, bro. We gotta just every day on earth, we gotta make the most out of it. That's why every day, I think for a month, one of the months straight, I was making a video every day, like just showing people like get up and do something, bro. Like I might not, I just know I'm touching somebody. Like I gotta be inspiring somebody. Like we gotta continue to keep this going, bro. Do it if we ain't gonna do it for nobody, do it for ourselves first and foremost, you know.
Good. So, I was saying that type of positivity I feel like is really needed. You know what I'm saying, in the hip hop community now, just with like a lot of the content that what people are talking about and just how everyone perceives rappers and producers and stuff. I think if just having a message of positivity could show the kids, that's okay, there's more to it than just, drugs, guns, this and that. So it's dope that you're doing that. And that's like the idea that you guys got going on over there. It's because, a lot of times people need to hear those messages. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So it's dope to see that from you guys.
I just felt like it got a little too, rap did get a little too focused on that, like the drugs and the guns and the other stuff. It's like, that's his own lane, but it's like, man, we gotta uplift the people. That's what rap was about when I grew up.
Yeah.
Like really pushing the people. That's what when you turn the radio on, you hear Lauryn Hill like pushing the people.
To this day, that album came out 20 years ago.
98, bro.
Hey, bro.
22 years old, and it's still like it can uplift you, bro. Like that's because the music is good and the message is good. It's like now, man, they done programmed it so much. They want you to be done, bro. Like they want you to be lost, bro. They want you to listen to the same 6 songs on the radio and just follow what they doing. They want you to watch the TikTok video. They want you to be lost, bro. They want. That's what they want. This is part of the plan. But it's like people like us, people like Flats. Nah, like we gonna be leaders, bro.
That's one.
And our base might not be the biggest, but what we got, we will touch the people.
Y'all base will get bigger though.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all base will get bigger.
It will definitely get bigger.
Because you know what y'all have, you, Flex, and P. What y'all
have
P
as well. Yes.
What all three of y'all have going for you guys. As much as y'all provide good content and good art, you guys also provide us. We also have fallen in love with the people that you guys are. When we look at all our top artists and really just top anything, like let's look at shit. I don't know. We talked about him. So like J.cole, for example, right? Yeah, the man makes albums, right? But we also like him as a person.
Yeah,
y'all are
very cold.
Yes, y'all are very good people. Y'all are good people to follow. Whether it be on like House of Highlights or jumping on every podcast in the world, showing more personality and like that.
P is amazing, bro. P is amazing. Well, he's taking it, it's different, bro. It's different, man. But he always had that mindset, like, nah, we don't need none of that extra stuff. Like, we gonna do it ourselves. Like P, that's what P was on. Like, as long as we got Flex, as long as we got Haze, as long as we got Darren, as long as we got the crew, as long as we continue to build and keep growing, they gonna mess with it. We always had them talking, just really pushing each other, just to have that reassurance to know that it's between us and it's up to us to make the most out of our positions.
It definitely takes a fearless leader.
Exactly, bro. And like we fell in love with Cole because he had a solid foundation. We fell in love with Kendrick because he had a solid foundation. Like people that got teams and just real people they around that really know how to just keep them grounded in a sense. And you don't see them online doing too much, but when they come out, it has content, it has depth. It's worth something. It's a message. I listened to Mortar Man yesterday, bro, and I had to let the whole song play. I'm like, yo, this is bro. Kendrick killed that.
Yeah.
Mortar Man and Pepper Butterfly.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, yeah. Bro, I'm like, bro.
I think it's songs that connect with you as people is what's gonna last too long. And I remember for a while, I went through this phase where I was like, only Cole, only J.cole, only J.cole. I didn't want to hear shit else.
Yeah.
And it was good and it was bad. good because it allowed me to kind of obviously fall in love with my favorite artists. But at the same time, I did miss out on certain things. But kind of what you were saying, how earlier you feel like what y'all were doing was missing. I felt like that too.
Yeah.
To the point where I was I was a little too much to it. I was like, I'm so sorry for this, but I put 21 Savage in as a mumble rapper. Obviously, I was wrong as fuck. But
Yeah.
But
21 Savage grew a lot though. He grew up a lot with his
oh,
sound.
he grew a lot. Yeah, I went back and listened to Red Ops the other week.
He's progressed a lot.
Yeah.
I would argue he was when he started in that realm, but he's made a point to get out.
But his class also kind of did that. For the ignorant ones like me at the time, just in that XXL freshman class, he was in that
2016.
That unfairly kind of.
When I came out, what was your face? You was like, oh.
I was like, yeah, I didn't even watch that shit. I was just like, because that was Trippie Redd, that was Uzi.
That was
Triple X.
Kodak Black was in that one too, I think.
Yo, that was, but it's like at the time, bro, that was the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids needed that. That was like, of course, it was probably like people who like really listened to Jay-Z in 07 that saw Soulja Boy like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? But every era, you're gonna have the era of the legends, and you're gonna have the era for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And they, in time, the ones who deserve to be here, they will grow up and be like, nah, we was on before, that was some bullshit. You know, and really like find a sound, because at the time, how old was 21? Probably like 20. Was he 21 at the time? I don't know. Over time, like
he was younger than us than we are right now, though.
Oh man, yeah. So over time, bro, like artists that really want to be here, they gonna really dedicate their time, and they gonna know that it takes more than the gimmick. It takes more than the dance to really withstand over time, like 15, 20 years. And I feel like 21 Savage, he finding that out. Definitely. Most definitely.
Definitely. Now back to you guys. Talk to me about how the Chicago music community and how like strong it is. Like all y'all seem to, I mean, I think the world is a big place and a small place at the same time. Because it's big, because obviously it's like 7.7 billion people here. But it's small because once you find what you do and you love what you do, it's the people that do it like you, like you're gonna eventually find them anyway. So then everyone's gonna know everybody. Talk to me about, like Chicago music community and how it seems very like warm and embracing. All you guys seem to love the fuck out of each other.
I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think Chicago has ever seen nothing this great in a long time, bro. Like ever, matter of fact, ever, bro. Because you got so many great artists who takes the time out to like really put time into their work, bro. You got Asar, you got Brittany Carter, OG Steve-O. I know I'm gonna miss some names when I say them, but like there's so many dope people out here, bro. You got
Outernet,
Joey Perk, Outernet.
Ready, yeah.
You got so many great people, bro. It's the city just full of great people, bro, and it's great people who care about their craft, and we all pushing each other to really go harder. I feel like in the next 5 years, new legends are being made right now, but there's really gonna be a lot of legends. Like people are growing into their own, so I feel like that's the huge difference of right now compared to maybe 2012 or 2013. The spotlight was on Chicago so quick. People were so quick to already put a stereotype to that type of music. But it's like now, it's no bots in what's going on right now. Like anybody could be themselves, and they could just really, if you saying, cool, you amazing, keep singing. If you do live performances and you like to be around plants and shit, do that. You amazing. You know, like if you like to make soulful music, do that. If you like to make turnt music, do that. You know, it's just no one's in the box, and it's like people are really embracing themselves. So that's the best part about what Chicago is at right now. There's no ceiling on it, because no one has ever seen where we about to take it right now. It's about to get crazy, bro. It's a beautiful place.
I honestly feel like range-wise, you get so much from Chicago because
Man.
like 2013, right? You can literally go from Chief Keef, all the way down the spectrum to Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. Different, but it's different tone, it's different bases, and it made you realize at the time, like, man, Keith can sell out in the arena, Chance can sell out in the arena. So like both of these bases, they matter. So it's like you got to find ways to feed into both of these bases. And I feel like maybe in between that, a few years later, Chicago was growing up. People was like really finding their ways, and now it's like, we know we dope, we know we amazing. So it's like the more we all grow, it's just gonna be more beautiful because people will embrace us if it's quality, you know.
You think on a national level, people sleep on Chicago because they're so focused on like Atlanta and New York, which I'm not trying to discredit the other cities. but like
Oh,
from an artistic standpoint.
I don't want to get into that. I don't even want to look at that. I feel like, well, it's just work. It's work we got to do. It's work. It's work we got to do. We don't want to look at ourselves compared to another city because for a long time Atlanta was being slept on. You remember Outkast being on the Source Awards saying the South got something to say. People used to boo every Atlanta artist out on the stage when they was coming up to get their awards on the Source Awards. So it's like every city goes through that phase where they being slept on or being the underdog. But it's like, what we gonna do to get out of that? The more we talk about it, the more we'll stay there. But it's like we got to really put that groundwork in, and it'll really talk over time. And Film Dot too. Film Dot is amazing. I forgot to bring up Film Dot. We got a lot of great music on the way too. He's dope. He's crazy. But artists like that gonna really like shine, bro. Like when you think of Chicago, you gonna think of them type of artists, bro. Like people who put time into their craft and time into their work. People who really put years of groundwork in, bro, that really deserves this shit. And they gonna shine like no other, bro. Like Grammys will be sent out, bro. Like literally. I see it. And that we gonna be great. Atlanta gonna be great. Toronto gonna be great. New York gonna be great. Every city gonna be great in its own way, but we really gotta claim on shit. We gotta really let the music speak for itself,
Now, switching gears from music scene to actually talk about you as a producer. I saw a tweet it was a while ago, and I wrote this down. What exactly is sample snitching?
Snitching? Yeah. Sample snitching is, I heard that song you did on the timeline. That was that sample but like telling somebody you heard it on the timeline. I heard that song you sampled on the timeline, letting the timeline know about the song you sampled, rather than just calling the producer like, that sample you did is crazy. I'll never sample snitch. It's nasty out here, man. I think a lot of people do it on purpose too.
Really?
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, you don't want to sample snitch, especially if it's your homie, man. You call your homie, bro. Like, that's I heard what you did. I heard that sample you flipped, nigga. That shit was crazy.
So, man. Is it identifying the sample or even saying that you used the sample?
It could be a sense of both. Like maybe the producer could be salty that they use the same sample and it probably may not sound as good. And they could be like, nah, you tried to use that same sample and trying to expose somebody on the timeline. It's funny. People do that. I don't get into that. It's
Interesting.
I didn't know that was an issue.
I saw it on Twitter and I was like, this would be a good question. And this is before you even agreed to come on. This would be a good question when I asked Haze to come on. This is a great
man. That's sample snitching. Like if you hear somebody sample maybe a Solange record or something, and you letting the timeline know rather than just calling the producer like, that sample you did was amazing. Like, don't do that. Because then maybe somebody will find out and then it'll get serious.
Okay, copyright the shit.
You feel me? Like, that's whack. Man, every time I hear a crazy sample, I'm texting the producer like, you did that. I wouldn't, before, I would probably I would ask him first, like, but no one wants to like know if what's you sampled. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty of it,
It's like a mystery.
The mystery. If it's good, it's good. Just keep it that way.
Yeah, so like, do producers keep their own little bag of tricks they don't tell anybody? Because it's like, so no one jacks what you got going?
For sure. Timbaland, he be doing like the B-Star stuff, or he be like playing beats for producers, and sometimes he'll remix it. But like when he do it, like you'll see a screenshot of like his workstation, but he'll block out part of it and he'll call it the secret sauce. And nobody can see what he working on. I'm like, that's smart because you gotta respect him, bro. It's Timbaland, bro. You ain't finna see what he working on. Like, it's genius.
If someone were to like steal your art, steal what you're doing completely, like how would you feel?
When you say steal, what you mean? Like
say someone like just outright to be like they try to copy your whole production style, they try to do everything exactly that you do, damn near take your beat shit and try to like remove your tag or something like how would you? I can't imagine how I would feel someone if I put this hard on workout, someone just jacked my shit.
Our artists tried that and it hasn't end well for them. But as far as like influencing the people, I already know that's what we had to do. We had to like
There's a balance though between like influencing and just
take it. You ain't finna jack a nigga beat. Like, that ain't happening. But if we can influence people as far as like sounds and just drums and just like production. That's what we had to do. That was my goal with doing that last year. I'm like, yo, make this popular. Like, make this soulful shit popular. Like, if you want to just, like, we've been having 808s for the last 10 years, bro. Like, it's cool and all, but not every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can make this popular again, man, game would be in such a better place. I've been hearing it a lot more lately, you know?
Definitely, yeah. I feel like it adds depth to it. And
balance, bro.
When I listen to samples, it feels like it's a song within a song.
Yeah.
Because you have, like, a lot of times, you know, it'll be like a voice, like on Be Still, like there's a voice and like it's like pitched up and it sounds like someone's singing and then there's actual beat and then like Flex rapping. So it feels like a song within a song whenever I listen to samples.
Yes, bro. That's what made me fall in love with like the whole Rockefeller era, because that was their main thing. Just using samples and just really adding the hardest drums to the sample, bro, and really speeding it up and having the hardest bars. So you have to appreciate the bars, the production, and the original song that was sampled. So it's like you appreciate the music and you appreciate the music that came before that. So, you know, just make your appreciation of music way more greater. Cause yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it really makes a song. I feel like I guess all music's art at the end of the day, but like if you look at like Kanye, for example, you know what I'm saying? Like My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy, like that shit was insane. Like that literally was a piece of work. You know what I'm saying? From the music videos to the production. Like you could just listen to instrumentals and I'll still get goosebumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what sampling and the soulful beats do for you versus just like the trap beats where like it's a formula almost when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus like soulful beats, it's like you're really putting in work. You know what I'm saying?
It was literally like 4 years where they was making the same trap beat. Everybody was making the same trap beat, and everybody that was hot was hopping on that beat. And I'm so glad we outside of that era, because I was nasty.
Yeah, man. It was getting pretty repetitive. Really
man. It's nasty. But now, like, we got that balance of the two. So it's like you can hear. Of course, I'm gonna have fun with the 808s at times, because that's fun. But like having that depth, like having that balance, like being able to just have the songs you can go home to, and having that songs you can like go to the party and have songs you can come from the party with. Just having that balance of both, you know? Balance, man.
Who do you think did a good job of blending and balancing like soul and trap? Man, I think Boom did a good job with Savage Mode too.
Yeah, he has a couple.
Metro Boomin?
Yeah.
Metro Boomin, definitely. He's amazing with that. That's a great question. Wow. Like the soulful and wow. Producers or just rappers?
Producers. Or anybody. If you can name a song or you know a producer or a song rapped over, that's a balance between like trap and soul. Like this is a trap beat, but it's like some soul over it. But sometimes it can get ugly because it's so like two different things. But like,
what do you mean, like a trap beat and soulful, like lyrics,
or like beat with like a soul sample
mixed in with each other?
Yeah,
I would say maybe man, that's hard, bro. Like, cause that's a rare trait. That's a rare talent to have, to be able to like just rap on both of those. Like, I know it's some artists, but I can't really think of that right now. It's crazy. Man, like
this one would be Metro.
I think so.
Metro is definitely he's the Metro is definitely one of them. Man, Kanye. Yeah, he's the like as far as just like being able to play with both of those sounds, you know, like bringing life into samples. That's the main thing. Like really making samples come alive. Definitely.
Family Business and Through the Wire made me cry.
Through the Wire is amazing, bro. To this day, Last Call, amazing. Like the outro, the late registration, amazing, bro. Like We Major, amazing. Like Graduation, the whole project, amazing. Like 808s, amazing. Like these are timeless albums, bro. Like these are cult classics. These are vinyls that I need to buy. These are like albums, bro. Like
he's something
different. Every album is different too. Like every album is a different part of him. Like the artwork was different. The whole album sounded different.
I always thought it was cool because every album it was a different sound, and then you would see the sound in hip hop shift a little bit after he would drop.
Because after 808s,
bro,
everything changed.
Everything changed. Every album, bro. So it's just like,
yeah, that was So Far Gone. Like you listen to it, I don't think it'd be like much of part of So Far Gone being great was 808s and Heartbreak, because that sound of the even the snares in the 808s, that was most of like 40 sounding Drake coming up. You know, that was what they took that baby and grew it up. You know what I'm saying? Like that 808s was really like, listen to the drums and Say You Will. Like they had the Say You Will freestyle on So Far Gone. It's like most of those beats kind of blended in with the rest of that project. Yeah. So it's like, even with Graduation, bro, like, man, the fact that rap changed that quick in those 2 years from Graduation to 808s, that's crazy.
Well, Graduation was the other thing with 50. And that shit, boom.
Yeah, that was that shift where when Kanye dropped that album, gangster rap was over for a minute. 50 go sit down.